Hi, Tushar Grant Putnam here, Putnam Landscaping. Just wanted to point out a few things, rehash our conversation from today. So you've got two dogwood trees here, cherry tree here, another dogwood in the corner. So these should just be shaped and trimmed, pruned, give them a nice shape so they don't get too big. Excuse me. Then obviously there's a whole lawn component, cleaning up a lot of this gravelly material, and then considering they are using big heavy machines, I would end up rototilling this area with a Harley rake machine, which basically churns up the top, say 6 inches of the soil, so you don't have a hard pan where water won't be able to pass through. You want to be able to have your lawn be able to percolate so the water, when it rains, will flow down through the roots and not sit on top of this hard pan. All right, so that's part of the job as far as lawn preparation. Then we talked about an irrigation system. Considering this is a spring project, I would consider using sod versus seed for your lawn. You could consider adding more privacy. There's a hedge over here now, but doesn't necessarily do much. It's not that effective as far as blocking the view going to the neighbor. So I would consider possibly putting in a taller, denser hedge. Something that's not going to grow too tall where it's going to block the sunlight, but something tall enough where you aren't staring into the other person's side yard. Then there's obviously going to be landscaping and plantings along the house. The style of the landscaping, we're going to determine that by having you take a look at a lot of different pictures of different projects and getting a sense of the style, the conceptual images that you prefer. The other thing that we highlighted from our conversation was obviously creating a really nice aesthetic along this back border, as it's very visible from the vantage points from your house. So I would perhaps do this as phase 2, or after the town is finished doing any kind of inspections. So once you get your CO, you can consider doing this, but I would definitely landscape along the edge of this fence to maximize the aesthetics in the backyard. There is some obvious water issues back here. So I suppose, again, adding some soil to remove the swale in the backyard. You might still have sitting water even if you do have a slope back here. And at that point, you end up just having to use a push mower to cut the lawn because it might be perpetually wet. You won't be able to put anything heavy on top of the lawn, or it's going to create ruts like you have now. All right. Again, same thing, perhaps trying to get some screenage from the neighbor on this side. So, and this side is probably more of an immediate issue because the house is much closer to your house, whereas that side, it feels like more of a park setting. You got the lawn separating you and the neighbor's house. But on this side, I would definitely consider putting in some screening. Like, for example, they have emerald green arborvitae, something narrow and tall to block the view going to the neighbors, so you guys don't feel like you're in each other's backyards. And then we spoke about an entertainment area with a patio. I would consider doing a raised patio, because right now you need about 7 steps to get from here down to this level grade. Typically, minimum patio is 18 to 20 feet deep off the house, and as you can see, you'd end up having to come down another roughly, the pitch from here to here is by another at least 2 feet or 30 inches. We have to think about how that affects with the wetlands, because there might be some wetland regulations as far as building a raised patio in this area. There might be a certain setback off the wetland, so that's something we would have to discuss. Okay. I would consider possibly doing some outdoor lighting, low voltage lighting, to give you a nice illuminance at nighttime from a security purpose and also aesthetics. It looks really nice to have your main focal elements lit up at nighttime. We do everything in-house as a service, so we do the irrigation, the landscaping, the lawn, any permitting. Obviously we do the design. You're going to notice on our website we do the CAD drawings, which is a landscape design. We also do 3D renderings, which most companies don't offer. So I'll put you in touch with a bunch of clients in this area that we've done work for. I'll send you a bunch of images of work completed, and we'll take it from there. Thank you.